Welcome back, guys. Mike from Canadian Cards shooting another video. Watched a video this week by Terry, TJ Mac Cards, and he touched on something that I seem to be right on board with. I mean, I have to, full disclosure, Terry really inspired me to get into collecting vintage football. I watched a lot of his videos. A lot of his showcases are amazing, some of the vintage football. And he did a video this week where he's pretty much alluding to the fact you can get a lot of this stuff reasonably cheap. He mentions like a lot cheaper than baseball and definitely cheaper than hockey, at least up in Canada. Maybe hockey might be cheaper in the States, some of the vintage stuff, because people don't want it. However, that being said, I recently picked up a collection, not a huge collection, but a gentleman that I knew was getting rid of some of, he had a shoebox, not an actual shoebox, but the two-row card boxes full of top-loaded cards. One side was 90s and 2000s, like refractors and numbered cards and rookies. No huge names in there. No Montana's Rice. Like, I went through it really quickly. I mean, I'm going to use it to set up at shows, and there's a lot of dollar box stuff. But then there was also a binder with almost 400 refractor cards from different years. So I still have yet to go through that. But the one row that really intrigued me, and it was a super deal, I thought, worked out to about, all told, about 30 cents a card. So I'm not going to complain. But I just wanted to go through some of the vintage stuff. And again, it's not huge dollar stuff, but it's just, and some of it has pricing on it. So I think this guy was, he's set up at shows, but he's just getting out of the football. So some of it's damaged, some of it's not so great, but it's still it's right up my alley. So these two of these from 1959, and there's a huge, there's probably 100 of these, but most of them are commons, guys that I don't even know. But I thought this was cool. First series checklist of the Pittsburgh Steelers, unmarked, and a Rosie Greer. So I'm going to put those down. There was one card from 1963 Topps. He has it listed as an SP, Sonny Jurgensen. And then he had, let me just separate these. There was quite a bit from 1968 Topps. I'm trying to do these by year. So there's Jim Nance, not that Jim Nance, Tommy Nobis, Bobby Bell, Leroy Jordan, two of those, Alex Karras, Webster fame. This one's beat up. George Blanda, Jim Hart rookie card, former St. Louis quarterback, another Sonny Jurgensen, Jack Kemp, Buffalo Bills, that'll sell well in my neck of the woods, and Joe Kapp, Minnesota Vikings. So those, and then there was a few, just a couple of name guys from 1969 Topps. So there was the Merlin Olsen and the Fran Tarkenton. So those were pretty nice pickups. And then I picked up a few 1970 Topps. We've got Dave Robinson, Bob Lilly. This one will probably go in my Cowboys binder. And another Merlin Olsen. So, and then the last Topps name guy was a 73, second last Johnny Unitas, first in the San Diego Chargers, but been picking up a ton of Unitas stuff as of late. Just having a blast with it. And then there was a whole stack of Philadelphia cards. So the first stack is from 1964 Philadelphia, and I gotta move this stack out of the way. So got a Merlin Olsen rookie card, a couple of YA Tittles, Jim Marshall, You're Going the Wrong Way, Purple People Eaters, Henry Jordan, Green Bay Packers, Jerry Kramer of the Packers, Jim Taylor of the Packers. Shout out to Scotty Tradition. A couple of these play cards, Colts Play of the Year. I don't know, he had $35. I don't know if these are like rare, but then the next one, Bears and the Colts, Colts and the Bears, both the same game. I don't know. I'll have to look into these because, I mean, it's stuff I'll probably sell. My shows, couple of Sam Huff cards, Paul Flatley, Dick Night Train Lane, and I grabbed this one because Cowboys, to show that off. There's that. Then from 65 Philly, there was only one, but it was the Dick LeBeau rookie card. And from what Garrett tells me, he does TTM, so that might be fuel for that. 1966, there was a few 66. Merlin Olsen seems to come up a lot. Lenny Moore, as does this guy, Dick LeBeau. So, and then 67 Philadelphia, there was a boatload of these. So I got to do these in segments. Let me just... So before I get to the player cards, I thought this was interesting. It's card 196. It's like official NFL signals card, which I thought was cool. Then you've got all these logo cards. So a couple of the Saints, a couple of the Philadelphia Eagles. Those are the back of them. Off-centered and stuff, but 3 of the Dallas Cowboys, a couple of Bears, Falcons. Shout out to JT, only Detroit Lion fan I know. St. Louis Cardinals, and a couple of Baltimore Colts. And then there was also these team cards. So there was 3 Dallas Cowboys in there, which is good. Baltimore, LA, and New York. St. Louis, and the Falcons. And then when you get to the player cards, like I mentioned earlier, Dick LeBeau, Raymond Berry, sorry about the Dandy Don Meredith, Herb Adderley, Bob Lilly. There's a Johnny Unitas. Put that one aside. Another Dave Robinson. A couple of Forrest Greggs. I showed off a signature of his as he coached up here in Canada. 4 Deacon Jones, Dave Deacon Jones. One of these says rookie, so I'm going to have to check and see if that is. A couple of Roman Gabriels. Again, you're going the wrong way. Jim Marshall. Leroy Jordan. And 2 Chuck Howleys. So that's all I got, guys. That's, like I said, a binder and still another shoebox to go through. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you're all doing well. Talk soon.